Tribune, which, if you cannot face the Tribune, it's because you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. But the Tribune will face you. With me today, of course, after a 1 week vacation, Mr. Producer and my co-host, Clark Philly.
Good afternoon.
Clark Philly. Let's see what happened with Clark Philly after 1 week vacation.
Yeah, 1 week.
In the mountains and in West Palm Beach and
half of it on 15.
Please, just don't start doing that now.
Well,
anyway, I hope that the people of the United States of America will realize in the drastic situation that we are, the mainstream media, the Democrats, and the bad Republicans are still attacking Donald Trump and still making him look like the bad guy. People, please make sure that you realize what you're doing, because Donald Trump is not the enemy. Donald Trump is not our enemy. We need to open the eyes and make sure that we are in the right track. The mainstream media is trying to destroy Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is the only one that can save us from a disaster. Try to understand that, you know. It is very important you realize, you know, all these numbers that they coming out, all those polls that they come out with 10 numbers, 10 digits numbers different from in favor of Hillary Clinton. It has to be prepared. I don't think, honestly, I don't believe that the people in this country are that narrow-minded, that completely mental. I don't want to say anything that
call them what they are, stupid.
You know, because I cannot believe that they are doing this and they accept it and they believe it. Donald Trump is not behind. Donald Trump, if at the worst, it will be, you know, it will be
he has 60%, 62% increase in the nomination process, increase in Republican or people voting Republican, 62% increase. The Democrats had a 20% decrease. That's an 82% difference in the participation of the Republicans compared to the Democrats. Now you tell me even how Obama can have a 56% approval rating. If you believe that, we have a lot of bridges right here in the bottom.
But Obama is not running.
I know that, but that's what they're pointing to. With an approval rating that high of the incumbent administration, you'll never beat the same administration. You won't. Hillary's part of that administration. 56% approval rating. Higher than Bush ever was. How can Obama, with the devastations he's caused, a 1.2% GNP growth rate this last quarter, how in the world can he be 56%? It's impossible. They're phony. Hello? We've known that for years.
I know that today, and I don't remember if it was CBS News or where was it? It was 49 to 39. as 10 points different. It cannot, it cannot be impossible, you know. It's impossible. I don't think the people of this nation are that blind. What do they want? How?
It's a phony poll, that's all there is
God.
to it. It can't be, it
It
can't be.
gotta be a funny poll, but
Can't be.
you know, it's
But
not.
they're gonna distort everything, it's gonna get worse and worse. The lower that Hillary goes in actuality, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. The higher she's gonna go in the polls. The worse she goes with the people, the higher the polls are gonna show. It's despicable. This country is broken. If we can't get someone in there to clean it up like Donald Trump, who is definitely gonna turn the tables over, then we might as well just pack it in. Go on down there to Venezuela with a couple rolls of toilet paper and we'll be all set.
They don't have toilet papers in Venezuela.
No, I said you have to go with a couple of rolls and you'll be all set. You have to bring your own while you can still get it here. Because this is 56% approval rating on Obama. There's never been a worse president, ever. He beat Jimmy Carter and he's 56% approval rating. Who are these 56%? God. It's pathetic.
I have no idea.
This is all caused by the parties. The political parties are corrupt organizations and they need to go. If you had two people running against each other, Hillary running against Donald Trump, without the party influence and distortions and money and special interest, none of this would be going on.
If I knew that my Social Security check was gonna be secure, you know, I don't mind, because I already said if Hillary Clinton win, I close my business. I will not want to have anything to do with, I just sit down, relax, enjoy myself, open an account in a normal bank, then I can go to Costa Rica and sit there with my check being deposited automatically, and I will not. I will enjoy the rest of my life. I will not. So I will not believe then if I would not do anything else if Hillary Clinton wins. It is impossible. The media is completely distorting everything. The media is destroying this country, and you people need to know that. How can I explain that to you people? How can I tell you people that you are destroying this country by believing the mainstream media? How? Jesus Christ, it's unbelievable how these people are not prepared to accept the truth, you know. And so, anyway.
If Hillary gets in there, she's gonna do an executive order, she's gonna mean test is what they call it, Social Security, and you're gonna get 60% of your check.
And then,
Because the government can't afford it.
in the local politics, yesterday I have met, well, I knew her from before, but I didn't know that her husband, I met Kevin Williams' wife yesterday. We run into each other, we know each other, and she told me the good news that her husband, Kevin Williams, is running for county commissioner against Merlin Fitzpatrick. It is time to break that democratic control in the gaming in the county commissioners. We need to break that democratic control. Everyone in there is Democrat. We need to stop that. It's not fair. Why are we gonna have, it's okay, we can leave Steve Sisolak in there, and we can leave Larry Brown in there, but the rest have to go. Marilyn Fitzpatrick only been there for what, 9 months, 8 months, something like that, since she stepped down since she lost the assembly, I think. She was the Speaker of the House in the local politics. And she need to go, period. She need to go. What is the
everybody that
what is the number here?
702-493-5222.
493-5222.
Yep.
That's the number. If you want to disagree with me, I will appreciate you call and explain to me why I'm wrong. If you are enough intelligent to tell me why I'm wrong and the rest of the world is right, just let me know. Call in 493, right?
493-5222.
5222. So that's it. Don't forget the 702 area code. So what else is in the carpet? What else is in there that we can talk about it? I'm doing the best I can to tell people that Donald Trump need to be the president of the United States. I don't care how bad he might be, okay?
Well,
Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. Assuming he is bad, he cannot be worse than what Obama is. He cannot be worse than what Hillary Clinton may be. She is a corrupted human, I don't know if I can call him a human being, but and I cannot believe that these people are doing this thing to interrupt the process of the election. Yesterday they was talking about the ID to vote. I went to the bank yesterday. I've been banking with that bank for I don't know how long, okay? I go there to cover overdrawn. I go there to cash a check. I go there. Every day I go to the bank for some reason, and every day I go to the bank, they ask me for my photo ID. Okay? So, if the bank asks me for a photo ID, if DMV asks me for a photo ID, if the grocery store asks me for a photo ID, we don't need a photo ID to vote. Why? Oh, because Harry Reid illegals want to vote. If that's what it is, can you enlighten my brains and tell me what is the reason why the only reason that you don't need photo ID is
because of the parties. The Democrat Party is crooked. They want everybody to vote. They busload people in to vote, and they're people with names from the cemetery. It's as simple as that. They are going to try to steal the election. Trump's been on TV now for 2 days warning everybody to watch out because they're going to steal the election. They're going to rig the election. That's what the DNC was just found out doing through their email exposure. This is what they did in California recently with redistricting. Whatever the hell they were doing was all phony. It was all baloney crap. What they will do is steal the election. The Democrats will do anything to keep power. Anything.
You mean all these people with they're living in the shadow?
Or not in the shadow. They bring them in and make their own shadow. They'll
live
bust them in.
It's funny, they live on the shadow, but they all have a job, they all drive good cars, they all have a bank account. They all have a a driver's license. How can you live in a charter like that?
It's a phony word. Every word that the Democrats use is phony. Take the word progress. Progress is a good word. You're making progress, right? The Democrats take that word, sounds good, and they add an IVE, and they call themselves progressives. Progressives is the opposite of progress. It's called word manipulation. It's done in everything. It's done through the courts. It's done in everything you see. Everything, like the Affordable Care Act. What's affordable about it, and where's the care? It's forced mandatory insurance, and it's more expensive than it was before. So it's not affordable, and it's not care. Act, I don't know, an act's an act. I guess you can't distort that one. But it's both of the other words are phony.
I was listening to a radio show yesterday. Oh, I think it was, no, it wasn't Kevin Wall. It was in the afternoon. It was War. What do you call it?
Wayne Allen Root.
Wayne Allen Root. I was listening to, I tell you, I was going to call yesterday, but the guy couldn't hear me, or he didn't want me to. He didn't want to hear me. I called twice, and the guy said, I can't hear you. I cannot put you on the air. Okay, fine. You know, he
Who was
was
that? War?
yeah. He was, I was trying to make a point over there, you know, and it's unbelievable how these people can trying to distort the truth, you know, and he was trying to explain to somebody that called in where was the problem, where was the mistake, and the guy could not understand that. You know, that's a good show. I like that, Kevin, whatever his name is.
Wayne Allen Root.
Wayne Allen Root, and I didn't realize that the guy is the same guy that open act for Donald Trump.
Yep, every
And
week.
he also was the president or the candidate for president in the Libertarian Party or the Independent Party.
I think it was vice president.
Vice president?
Right, I think.
I don't know. I think he said both.
May have.
President and vice president.
He may have been.
You know, and I'm telling you, man, the guy is. I like the guy. I like his show. And he let people speak. It's not like other shows. Then if you don't agree with the host, no, he let you speak, and then he tell you the truth. You know, I like that. I like that. He got he give people the opportunity to express themselves, and then he tells them, well, let me tell you how it is, my friend. And that's the only way you can do these people. The same way we need people. We need to stop one after the other, one year after year, the same. Why do we need to do that? Why can these people get a job and work for a living? Why can they get a job and work for a living?
The election cycle, make them all kinds of Santa Claus promises and this and that, and then you get elected on false promises, then you never deliver any promises, and you just coast until it's next election time, and then you go back and lie to the people again, because you're very used to it. That's what you do. That's your job, is lying to the people to get elected. That's your job. And they get paid for it. What's wrong with that job? I mean, there's a lot wrong with it, but there's a lot of people that do it because it's easy. Like Obama, what's he qualified to do in life? Rebel rouse, that's it. He may have just been coming off a term of 8 years, but what's his record? Terrible. He destroyed everything he touched. The Mideast is at war with each other and ourselves and everybody else. It's on fire. People are fleeing, going over the borders into Germany, raping all the women, creating crime all over Germany.
I know, but
France
this is
are
another
killing
thing
people.
that I don't understand, and you have to excuse my ignorance. I talk with an accent, and sometimes I don't even think then I'm thinking with an accent, he's not running for president anymore unless he's planning to take over.
Well, how do you say that?
Forget about it. Obama is not running. Don't mention Obama anymore. Don't compare Obama to anybody. Forget about Obama, for Christ's sake.
How do you do that when he's on TV entertaining the
Ignore
prime
this
minister?
son of a bitch.
He's entertaining the prime minister in the White House, right? Talking about this trade agreement that they're trying to work out, and he gets up there and makes the whole thing political by dumping on Trump. A sitting president dumping on the Republican nominee. Do you think the guy's a little partisan? You need to display this.
Ignore him.
You need to see that, so maybe people will come to their senses, I think. Because if you ignore them, the 47% are not going to see this despicable person lying to the American people in front of the Prime Minister of Singapore. What the hell kind of president is
If
that?
the people don't realize the desperation that the opposite side has to make sure that Donald Trump is not the president in the next election, if they cannot see the desperation and they don't realize how bad they are trying to avoid the opportunity for us to have a decent government, a different president, and a different set of public officials, if they don't realize that, then people, you deserve what you're gonna get. You deserve it. Like I said, I'm an old man. I'm gonna retire. I should be retired now already, but I'm gonna retire at the end of the year if Hillary, what do you call her? Rotten?
Crooked.
Oh, but not rotten.
Well, you can put any adjective with it, really, if you want.
The Hillary Rotten Clinton.
Oh, that's what her middle name is, Rotten.
It is?
Yeah, Hillary Rotten Clinton. That's her middle name, Rotten. Oh no, it's Rodham, because she was trying to name herself after Hillary Rodham. What was it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever it is.
Phony crap.
If you think she's gonna be the savior of this country, you are having something else coming to you, my friend. It is. I'm gonna from now on, that's all I'm gonna do every single day. So if you don't like Donald Trump, might as well don't listen to my radio show. I don't give a damn anymore, okay? I don't need, because like Hillary Rotten Clinton said, at this point, what difference does it make?
What a presidential candidate. Never been one like it, ever.
Never. And she's been in 30 years. 30
With
years.
a record of devastation following her wherever she goes. Devastation,
she's still trying.
dead bodies.
She called the FBI director a liar. She called everybody a liar. She's the only one that don't lie.
I like the way Mrs. Smith, the mother of the dead hero from Benghazi, in front of Wallace the other day on Sunday's show. She's probably confused, or she's forgotten or something, the facts that actually happened. Because, of course, Hillary didn't lie right to her face. She's probably forgotten, She was upset, her son was killed, and she probably forgot what Hillary actually said. How pathetic is that? And she's telling the American people the exact same thing that she was telling this mother, that it was a film.
And then...
And she misheard her?
And then the media make a big deal about a comment or a statement that Donald Trump made about this family from, what do they call it, Muslim family?
Yeah, the truth will eventually come out about them.
Yeah, but it might be too late.
Well, I guess, but anyways, we got a few months to go. I mean, that was a set-up plan if there ever was one. I could see the strings going up to the ceiling on that guy. He was a puppet.
Right? Seeing they did that intentionally.
Of course they did. There's no question about it. He's got a little booklet in his thing. Who carries around?
And I have an email from somebody today giving me some some information on the family. But I didn't have any time to open it because I can.
Mainstream media are so desperate. Now there's rumblings out there that Melania Trump entered the country illegally. Way back whenever she entered the country. I mean, you talk about desperation. I mean, Jesus Christ, you know? Maybe they're going to come out with Ivanka Trump was born in Kenya. What's next? You know? She's really black. You know, what else can they dream up? They just dream shit up. It don't matter what they say.
She can be here illegal, but what's the difference?
She's legal now.
There's a lot of people that are illegal and they still live here.
This whole country was built on immigrants, really.
You know.
And for the good part of them, they became legal citizens. Like Melania Trump is.
Like Ted Cruz was running for president when he's not allowed to run for president. Yeah. Obama was not allowed to run for president, and he did win the election. You know, maybe that's what the American people want, and that's all they need to do. Tell the world what you want, and you get it. Tell the world what you want, and you get it, because I tell you, the only way it can be any different is by you telling people what you want. You want to be an open border and everybody walking here and everybody take everything you
and
have.
Half of them walking in with machine guns to kill you with. Just come right in. Well, we searched this little old lady in a wheelchair. Go, oh, you're all right. Go ahead. Yeah. Is that a 56 Thompson you got? Oh, nice. That's a good machine gun. Could you take your purse off there, Miss? You know, I mean, Jesus, you know, it's pathetic.
I cannot believe that we are that ignorant.
We're stupid. That's what we are. Half of us are stupid. We've been educated down. We have no brains left. Just mush up there because of the progressive indoctrination that our young students have gone through for 10, 20 years. We got a society with a bunch of people that don't have common sense anymore. You know. You can go out there in the street corner and just talk to people. They, for the most part, don't have a clue what you're talking about.
I know.
Really sad.
But anyway, I'm glad that my friend husband is running for county commissioner. He's a Republican. He's an executive with the Boy Company, Boy Group, or whatever. You know, he managed 4 casinos for the boys group, gaming group, or whatever you call that.
Is he still doing that?
Yeah.
What's he want to be a county commissioner for?
Because he believed...
It's like Donald Trump running for...
That's right. He believed that he need to do some change.
Well, then he won't have a chance.
Why?
It's too much of the right thing to do. So everybody will be against him. You can't be right and run for office because the people that are in office don't want anybody in there that are right.
Yeah, you might.
It makes them look bad.
If we don't try, you know, it's not gonna be any different. We need to try. We need to break that Democratic county commissioners set up that is there. Every single one of those commissioners are Democrat.
Well,
you know, it's not possible. How can we do that by somebody like Kevin Williams, you know, putting his money where his mouth is and trying to, you know, I don't know him that well, but I know her. She's a nice lady. She got two children, 2 sons. One of them is studying to become an FBI agent, and the other one is, I don't know what he's studying for, but they both well-educated kids. This is a typical American family, and that's what we need. We need to go back to be a typical American country. You know, it's not any other way. It's how can I put it? How can I make you understand that you need somebody that is in your side. The Democrats are not in your side, people. They are not. All they wanted to give you is a little token. Here is a little welfare. Here is a little food stamp. Here it is. Go watch Oprah. Oh no, Oprah is not there no more, right?
I don't know, her network is.
I don't know. So what are you gonna watch? What's the name of that guy
Dr. Phil.
with the big mouth, with the big tooth?
Oh, jeez.
Harvey somebody.
Oh, God, that guy, oh, my God.
He got a game
Yeah,
show.
Family something or other.
Yeah, he got tooth about this big. You know, he's in every channel, like brainwashing the people.
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey. You know, that's it. No, now you all said, you got your welfare, you got your food stamp. What else they give away?
You got your black president. How'd that work out for you?
How do they? What else they give out? Food stamp.
They give
welfare.
free houses, free phones, Obama phones.
Oh yeah, free phones.
Free phones.
So you can see it.
Free college.
Watch Steve Harvey and enjoy yourself. Don't bother anybody. Don't make any comment. Don't make any opinion, because that is what the Democrats want. They want people that don't get involved in politics.
They just want
They
your
don't want
vote.
people to can open their mouths and say differently what they tell you what to do. You know, and it pissed me off to see people be so ignorant and so stupid. They believe all that thing. If you can live with, I don't know how much the welfare is, but I am sure it's no more than $500. If you can live for $500 a month, my friend, you deserve a trophy.
But when you have to make, let's say, $2,000 a month to net $500 a month after the taxes and all your insurance and everything else that you have to pay, necessities, and now you're left with maybe $500, why don't you just go on welfare, get $500 free and clear, and that covers your health plan, everything. You get Medicaid, you get everything you need,
and then you
get $500 in your pocket, and you haven't had to work.
And then you pay $15,000. That's what Wayne Allen Root was talking about. Some guy went over there and they charged him $15,000 for an MRI.
Sure. Well,
$15,000.
You know why? Because that's not the insurance company paying. If the insurance company was billed that, they would pay about 1 or 10% tops. They'd pay $1,500 tops. You ever look at your insurance breakdown, what you pay, your copay and all this, you look at one of those bills, if you got insurance, they're not paying 10% of that bill. It's all inflated, phony crap. If you go to pay cash because you don't have insurance, you tell the people you pay them 10%, and they'll take it.
That's what somebody was saying yesterday in the radio. I tell you, I was listening to Wayne Allen Root, and I was very, very intelligent people called that show. Very intelligent people called that show. And the guy said, I went to the doctor, they wanted to charge me $1,500 for something, some aspirins or painkiller or whatever it was. And the nurse said the next time, tell them that you paying and you only pay the copay and that's it, you know.
That's all the insurance pays. Sometimes the insurance pays nothing.
Wow.
You look at your breakdown and you'll see. The prescriptions I get and everything, you break that down and see what they actually pay, insurance, is sometimes pennies on the dollar, pennies.
So let me go back to Clark County. Who else is in there beside my friend Steve Sisolak and Larry Brown? Who else is in there?
Who's Lois Tarkanian? Is she
No,
something
that's
else?
a city council. That's a city council.
He's
a Democrat.
I know, and she spends all her time talking about her grandkids and this and that. Whenever the camera swings on her, she goes into a dissertation about everything but what they're talking about, you know.
Yeah, I
Politicians,
don't
they
know.
come
So
from a
you
different
got
world.
Steve Cicero, Larry Brown, uh, that lady, then Kevin Williams is running against her. I forgot her name.
Gucci Gaga, is she, what is she, that funny name? She a
Miriam
counselor?
Fitzpatrick.
Oh, okay.
That's 3. Larry Winkley is 4. What else? What kind of American are you? You don't know who your government employees are? What is what's
All
wrong
I
with
know
you?
is they all need to go.
But
So why
Clark,
would I fill up my
I
disk
can't
space?
believe that if anybody
all
know
need
who
to
is the
go.
other county commissioners, please call me back and
We
let
need,
me
we
know.
need to start from the bottom
know.
up with all new people, and we need to start from the top down with Donald Trump, who will clean out Washington DC and turn everything upside down. And that's what we need. Look at the record we have for 40 years. It's been despicable. So what we need is someone to just turn it upside down.
Yeah.
What will that hurt?
That's exactly what I was telling somebody the other day. What is the difference between Donald Trump not being presidential?
Good.
We
Maybe he
need
can
to
be
somebody that
common
is.
sense.
We need somebody that is not presidential quality or whatever they said.
We've had somebody that wasn't presidential any stretch of the imagination for 8 years, and we have a 1.2% growth rate. Pathetic. Pathetic. We should never be less than 3% in this country, ever. And we've been lower than 3% his entire term. Both terms. Pathetic. And the Republican Party, I hate parties, but the Republicans are so divided amongst themselves.
Yeah.
They're like lobsters. They'll eat their own. They're like Paul Ryan, reluctantly endorsing Donald Trump, and then he has to throw in that he doesn't really like the way things are going. Why do you have to say that? Just shut the hell up.
But
Just say you're endorsing him.
I hear that Donald Trump is not endorsing him in his race in his estate.
I heard that he told Mike Pence to endorse him.
Oh.
And I think Mike Pence is from Wisconsin, I believe.
Oh, really?
So he told him to endorse him. I may be wrong about that. No, Mike Pence is from
Mike Pence
is from
told
Idaho,
him
not
that he
Idaho,
will-
Indiana. But anyways,
Yeah, Indiana, yeah.
but he
And
needs
that's where
Trump used the words that Ryan used on him, that he wasn't ready to endorse him yet. Remember? And Trump used the same words here, I'm not ready yet. You know, the guy is so far ahead of everybody else.
who's the other one? I forgot who's the
Kane?
other. Eh?
Not Hillary's, Kane.
No. That guy is a Muslim
Scott
fan.
Walker is from Wisconsin, right? Governor.
No, it was somebody else. God, who was it? And Trump said, I'm not ready to endorse him. McCain.
Oh,
McCain.
yeah.
How can I forget McCain? How can I forget
McCain's getting
McCain?
on Trump again because of what he said about this dead captain. What did he say about this dead Captain Kane? Nothing. They just spin everything. You know, like what Trump said about McCain, I agree with. What he said was he prefers soldiers that haven't been captured. That's just a preference.
So
They're
what
both
you tell-
heroes.
so
He's not saying McCain's not a hero.
That was a reason to criticize Trump. He cannot have an opinion.
Not according to the liberals.
He cannot have an
No,
opinion.
and the media, hell no. They distort that into
And you
meaning
know, I
something.
tell you one
That's
thing.
all he said.
I noticed that Meghan McCain, his daughter,
Yeah.
every every time she's in the outnumber, I was gonna call Parker and the other one, the other lady, I forgot her name. I was gonna tell her, so why do you putting this woman in there? She's making a fool of herself. She sound poison. She sound like she's upset because somebody don't like her father. Her father is not to be liked.
Well, that's true. But
Yeah, I respect his service. I respect everything else he did in the past, but right now he become a wimp. To be honest with you, I don't care what anybody else tell me. I believe that he should retired.
He's an entrenched
But
establishment
look at
guy,
this.
is what he
Look
is.
at this. On January 17 or 20, whatever day they changed hands, Joe Biden will be the first day in his life in the last 46 years that he has not been a servant. He has not been servicing himself by having a job in the government. 46 years. That is a lot of years, my friend. Collecting checks, collecting money, collecting insurance, collecting everything else for 46 years.
Yeah.
Harry Reid, 36 years and counting because.
Well, that's just in Congress and the Senate. How about chairman of the Gaming Commission and all the other jobs he's had?
Yeah.
With the public trust.
Yeah, that's
way
right.
more than 36 years.
Of course.
50 something.
And if he run for mayor, he lost, thanks God.
Right.
You know, I don't know what year was it.
They didn't have voting machines then?
I don't know. I guess.
I guess he couldn't fix the machines.
No,
He never would've lost.
He was too fresh. He was.
Yeah, too fresh, yeah.
He was too.
Now he'd run for anything, he'd win because he fixes the machines.
Yeah, and that's why people, you know, as much as I like Catherine Cortez Masto, you know, I believe that she is not gonna be the U.S. Senator. Harry Reid will still be the U.S. Senator, and that is what we need to make sure that we don't have another 6 years of Harry Reid.
As a solution here,
The Mexican talking, what's his name?
Okay.
Ruben Kewen.
Right.
Ruben Kewen. He is going to be manipulated by Harry Reid.
Of course.
You know, and
What can we suggest as a solution when you go in the voting thing and you see that you vote for like Trump, you vote for Trump, you go down and you vote for the lower party, blah, 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 and then you go back up on this machine and you check before you leave the booth and you see that your Trump vote has changed to Clinton. What are we gonna recommend that you do? I would have a goddamn war right then and there. I would call in the friggin' expert and say, what the hell is wrong with this goddamn machine?
it
And
doesn't
prove
do
it.
any good to call the newspaper.
Don't leave the booth. Take the damn machine with you. This is a corrupted machine. What the hell is going on? This is corruption of the max. We can't allow it. We have to have war in the streets. If you go vote and you see that machine change, like during the Reid election in Angle, people were voting for Angle and the vote was changing to Reid.
Do you get a copy of your voting choice?
The ballot?
I forgot to ask Joe Gloria the other day.
Yeah, I got cut off from that. I was trying to watch it, but then I had a hard time listening to it. But anyways,
Too far from West Palm
I
Beach.
was gonna ask, well, probably, maybe I wouldn't have been nice, but what does he do if he has a hint? Has he had a hint that there is a movement underway to rig the election? What does he do about that? He's a voter registered.
Well, he's going to be back in October.
Does
so-
he see any movement in that area that they're watching out for? Does he have any hints? Like over in California, I understand that the register was registering, he was a Democrat, okay? Twice removed, I think, from something, so he was a crooked Democrat. But he was in charge of registering voters. And somehow the registration went all Democrat. It's like in some of the counties and stuff where they have voted for Romney, nobody voted for Romney. 105% of the voting public that are registered in the county voted for Obama, and nobody voted for Romney. No, not one freaking person voted for Romney.
I know,
How was
but
that
in
even
all,
possible?
in all fairnesses, let me tell you something. Maybe that was a good thing to happen. Because I don't think Mitt Romney would have been that much of a good president.
Well, he wouldn't have been worse than Obama, so that's a plus right
No,
there.
he could not
hell
be
no.
worse?
No way. Nobody can be, except Hillary. How they put these people up, that they keep digging up these people that are worse and worse and worse. I never thought anyone would beat Al Gore as being worse. Or Dean. And then they come with Al Gore, and then they come with Obama. And now they're Clinton. I mean, where do they get? They have nobody on their bench that's qualified to be anything.
That's another, now that you mentioned Clinton, I'm sure you was not talking about Bill Clinton, but people are talking about the way that Donald Trump is a womanizer or this and that. What about Bill Clinton?
So's the Hillary Clinton. She's a womanizer.
He's been married twice, 3 times, divorced twice. Well, I'd rather have a guy that is been divorced twice and is married, and look at those children. Look at that family, man. That is the best first family
Does that look
we
like
ever
a broken home family to you?
That doesn't, but in the meantime, okay, you prefer to have somebody that bring his mistress to the next room from your house where your wife is sleeping with his daughter. They might hear the moaning,
What was I hearing the other day that someone was making an allegation? I guess that Clinton, and we heard this story before, Clinton had an opportunity to get Osama bin Laden. He knew where he was, and this was before the towers, okay? This was before 9/11. He knew where he was, and he would not pull the button to get him, right? Because he was being serviced by Monica Lewinsky at the time. He was too busy to answer the phone. That's what I heard. I don't know the truth behind that, but it certainly sounds possible.
You mean he could not take a break and say, hold on a minute, honey.
Yeah,
Push the
hell
button
no.
and come back.
No.
He could not do that.
No.
Okay.
And that's Bill Clinton. If you know Bubba, like we all do, that's exactly him. He's on the Lolita Express all the time.
I'm not trying to be
flying over to the island, the sex island, with minor kids. He's pathetic. This Clinton family is absolutely the worst. Oh.
I'm not trying to be a little super macho, but I have done it. I've been in action. The phone ring, I answer the phone, hang up, and keep going with my action. It's nothing wrong with that. But who knows? I don't know anything else. All I know is that we need to wake up. Wake up, America, and smell the coffee.
If we vote in that Hillary Clinton, there is no waking up. It's impossible. People are like a bunch of bears. They're hibernating for the rest of their life.
Well,
how anyone could elect that woman's beyond.
I already give
Nurse Ratched. That's the name that Rush Limbaugh gives her. Nurse Ratched.
I already have. I already told the people in California that live in my place that they have to move out by February 2017 because I need the place to relax. If I'm going to retire, I might as well retire.
Yeah, but geez, you're going to a liberal state. God damn, that thing will be all blue by then. Man.
I don't care. I'm not going to be in business.
No.
I relax. Watch TV.
Yeah, but you're going to be playing in the liberal backyard where they raise all the taxes continuously. Sales tax will continue to go up. Everything will go up. All the government expenses and this and that will rise. You'll pay more and more every day of your life. In the meantime, Social Security and all your income goes down every day. I mean, it's just, you need to go to another, I guess, country at this point.
The way I look at this is the way I'm going to look. Look how old I am, right? I'm in my late 50s, okay? And all I can do is get a mortgage reverse. I get my money, relax, enjoy myself, watch TV. I don't know if it's going to be any more outnumbered. They already took my friend, the Greek girl. Torrance, Angela. And they already took her out of there because she was too obvious. But I don't know, because I think everybody else, with the exception of Meghan McCain, everybody else Julie is, we know.
But she's supposed to be.
She's supposed to be.
She's a liberal
She's
She's
supposed
a
to-
fair and balanced,
She's supposed to be the
like
token.
Juan Williams.
Yeah,
He's a token.
you know, she's supposed to be the token, the Democrat token, you know, and but I don't know. I watch a lot of Law and Order episodes. I watch. I'm gonna be watching a lot of those old shows, like in the middle in the middle of the night or in the heat of the night, and I'll be watching. What's the name? What's the name of that Perry guy?
Perry Mason.
Perry Mason.
On every night, twice a night
And then
sometimes.
the other one, the white guy, the white hair guy.
Matlock?
Matlock.
Oh, jeez.
I watch all those shows, and I take a nap, and I wake up again, and I find another rerun from Law and Order.
They're the best shows.
Oh, and then we got what's his name? Blue Blood. Blue Blood, you know, the whole 4 generation of cops. 4 generation. Two police commissioners, a detective, and the kid is just, you know, 4 generation plus the assistant district attorney is the daughter. Man, that is power in that family.
How do you like that? How do you like that Baltimore prosecutor? What's her name? Mosley or something? Isn't she quite the tool? See her on the TV the other day, bitching about these officers getting off about that, you know, thing in Baltimore. That she was prosecuting these people. She got slapped left and right. They're all off, and now she's in the mic, just acting like, you know, she's a. Oh God, just made me sick. You would have had to see it. I mean, despicable. Oh, what a partisan hack. Oh, our time is now. Who's our time? What do you mean our time's now? I mean, you know, it's just, oh God. Oh, pathetic. Anyways, I don't know what to do about it. I come up with solutions, but they're really dynamic, huge solutions that would get rid of the parties. That's where the whole problem is. That's 99% of the problem in this country is political parties.
Yeah,
They're
well,
corrupted, they're
all I can tell my friends before I go off the air today, and today is Thursdays, so before I go off the air, I wanted to remind you that we need to wake up if we want to keep the country in our hands. But if you don't care about your country, then might as well just forget about it. Don't do nothing and give the country to the Clintons so they can do whatever they want and they can make all the money they want and they become king and queen Clinton. Okay? That's all I can tell you. Open your eyes, do what you need to do for your country, and if you don't know how to do what you need to do for the country, then you're not part of this country. You're not an American. If you don't know how to save this country, you don't deserve to be called American. My name is Rolando Larraz, and I stand behind every word I say in this show today. Have a nice day. God bless you. God bless America. God bless our troops. Thank you for listening. Yeah.